This is a Headgum podcast.
These are real emails from real people. We're going to give them fake names just to preserve some semblance of anonymity. It's usually our guests' discretion to give these people fake names. I'll give you some context. This is a college-aged American boy.
Raul.
So quickly.
Finally not a white guy. Let's do it.
Last name?
Just Raul. He goes by just Raul.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
it's pretty mysterious. Okay, Raul writes, "Hey guys, about 6 months ago, I hooked up with this guy. He and I only slept together once, but we texted for a while before and after. He told me that he wanted to have his hands tied while we did it because he wanted to explore kinky sex. I went along with it because it seemed pretty tame in the grand scheme of things. After a while, we stopped texting and I didn't hear from him. Last night, however, he texted me saying he wants to try financial domination, where the sub sends the dom money, meaning he wants to just randomly send me money to get him off. He's also saying that he'd pay me to let him rub my feet. I'm really thrown off by this whole idea. Is this a real thing? Is it unethical to take advantage of the situation and let him send me money? I don't want to be a dick, but I'm also not going to turn down free money. How exactly should I handle this? Let me know what you guys think. If nothing else, I'd like to hear how you'd respond to this. Thanks. Love, Raul."
Do it all. Do it all. Tie my hands up. Put money in my mouth.
Rub the feet. Send me cash.
Yeah. Where's the
Have you ever heard of Findom before?
Findom?
Financial domination.
Oh, I thought it was sort of like maybe like some weird dolphin like fandom.
It is.
Fiefdom?
I don't know what he's talking about. Financial domination. Findom is where you give a dolphin money.
Yeah.
Findom, financial domination.
Have you heard of this thing?
Well, no, I haven't. But I feel like you hear of it in the other direction very often.
Which is what?
Well, just like a guy, a sugar daddy or a sugar mom, like
Right.
But the idea of the
guy being the submissive,
like cucking with money, right? I guess that'd be the term.
Yeah, that is
A cash cucker.
Cucks for bucks.
Yeah.
I looked up an article on Findom and I read it earlier.
You got really hard.
Nothing makes my dick softer than giving money to women. I mean, what? Like nothing.
That's the last thing.
Like, goddamn, like if you're, when
I'm
like
torrenting porn. I'm on the free
when,
streaming sites. I'll watch an 8-minute cut of a 53-minute video.
When I'm signing up for
and
like
be fine.
$16.99, like go in flight, my dick is receding into my body.
Well, that's the altitude. A lot of it is the altitude.
Yeah, that is true.
But you do
it's like
see,
a bag
you
of
do see
chips,
a lot of
except
Findom
the
guys.
opposite. They expand.
You see Findom guys on the flights just like ordering the annual pass to the go-go and just jerking off under their blanket.
And they're gonna hop to like United the next flight. Wait a second. But for real, I need to parse a little bit of that question.
Okay, let's break it up into chunks. First
Yeah.
of all, gay. Who saw that coming?
What is
Well,
that?
with a name like Raul, I actually did suspect.
All right.
But
Second
wait,
of all,
read it again.
and weep.
Yes.
Read it and weep.
Yes.
I'm about to reread this entire question, but in chunks.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
a
we'll
little
dissect
taste.
it.
About 6 months ago, I hooked up with a guy. We already got that out of the way.
Cool.
Already. Okay.
He and I only slept together once, but we texted for a while before and after.
Cool.
He told me he wanted to have his hands tied while we did it because he wanted to explore kinky sex.
All right. So like, I always doubt that the person having sex with you for the first time is exploring something. It's more just like, this is my thing.
Yeah.
But
I've already
rather than you
explored.
picturing me do this with a bunch of people, I'll say like, hey, I'll try it with you. And that's fine.
Right.
Whatever. Sure. I'm saying that's cool.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
And it's
Two
tying
thumbs up.
him up, so all good.
Right. All is cool. He presented it nicely. He said,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
try this. Are you down?
I went along with it because he seemed pretty tame in the grand scheme of things.
I love that. The grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
You know,
In terms of
ISIL's
kinkiness.
cutting off people's heads. I mean, this guy's supposed to be tie him up. Like,
That's nothing. Way to use ISIL, by the way.
yeah, I know. I'm
Very
I'm down
astute.
with Barry. Whatever Barry says, I'm for.
After a while, we stopped texting, and I didn't hear from him. Last night, he texted me saying he wants to try financial domination, where the sub sends the dom money. I guess the subservient sends the dominant guy money. Meaning he wants to
I think it's
submissive?
Submissive, yeah.
Yeah.
Submissive.
It's not like
Subservient.
like
No.
it's not like the bourgeois and the proletariat. It's like a guy fucking another dude, and we need a name.
Amir just
for
watched
who
the
gets
Hunger
the
Games.
dick in the butt, which is cool.
He wants to randomly send me money to get him off. Wow. He's saying that he'd pay me to let him rub my feet. I'm really thrown off by this whole idea.
He doesn't care about rubbing feet either. He just wants to pay the money.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about it.
So that's it. So it's not just paying money in the abstract. It's like
I think that's what it is. Like, anyway, because I read this thing about Findom. You don't just like Venmo people $40 and
like, and
fuck
jerk
a
off to
fleshlight
like
and be
when
like, that
when
was
you get
great.
the PayPal receipt back.
There's like all these subsects. Like some people like to be blackmailed. Like they'll go on a webcam, tell a dom like what like their deepest darkest secrets are, and then they'll extort that person for money.
Because I was gonna say, like, have you heard of prostitutes? Like, that's a thing you can pay.
Yeah.
That seems like if you look like you're just trying to make. But that's
it's not just
interesting.
being separated from your money. It's like it's like being told you have to. So this person doesn't just like get to chill and have money.
That's
flood
very
towards
interesting.
them.
I get that.
It's a job. This guy's offering you a job.
But it's also like I get it because, you know, if sex is a lot of it's about like power or whatever and like subverting that, like the power of money and wanting to be like spanked for your little money.
What's more powerful than cash?
I'm with you. But I will say your delivery made it seem immediately less powerful.
I wanted to disagree.
I hate that
But I
agree
also-
with you.
I-
Moolah, baby.
Bo did spend all the time proving that point.
It's not a black and white issue. It's a green issue. You know what I mean?
I do want off the podcast.
But this guy, okay, so like there'd be a lot of advice or questions for Raul. I mean, Raul's partner or
Yeah.
Raul's friend. But for Raul, it's like, dude, like he's gonna get off wherever. Like you're not gonna solve this. This is what he's getting off
Right.
on.
And there's not anything like really wrong with it.
Yeah, unless he's like
either.
liquidating his assets
That's-
and like
yeah.
on the street. But if he's like kicking you somebody, who cares?
And
Yeah.
that's where the responsibility comes in. Maybe Raul is the right person for the job.
Because
Maybe
he's
Raul's
even
the-
concerned about it in the first place.
Yes, I think you have to. Anyway, I don't know if I think this or if I just only think it because I read this article, but all these doms say you have to be very empathetic because people will just rob these guys blind.
What do you mean?
You're saying the doms have to be empathetic.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he seems like an empathetic dom, doesn't he?
empathetic?
He does,
He
doesn't
does.
he?
He does seem
So I
like
think
one.
he's probably the right man for the job.
It seems like he won some sort of gay lottery, and he doesn't know what to do with
I
the
know.
ticket.
He's like, this can't be real.
Right? It says, doesn't it?
Do
If
I
he's
just
just gonna
take
send
the
me
money?
cash.
Do I just, yeah. It's like that thing where they put like an open wallet on the ground in New York City and no one picks it up because they're like, fuck you. That
'Cause
can't
it's all a
be.
trick.
Yeah, I think it's like, you did it, Raul.
Strike while the iron's hot. What would you do?
I guess I'm like kind of good on money right now, so I wouldn't want this job in addition to podcasting and writing and stuff.
Right?
But
Because
if
you
I
feel like
was-
you would owe him something.
But if I was in college, and you do, that's the thing. It's not so simple as you just get this guy's money and you walk away.
Isn't that part of the financial domination though?
Yeah,
With,
but there's,
just
like-
the cash.
Yeah, but there's like a weird role you have to play within that, right?
He has to give you the money a certain way that gets him off. Like if he just if you're like
20s,
a really
crisp.
I guess it depends what kind of sub you are. You really should find out what kind of sub he is before you do it.
I'm
Big,
sure there's a
fat,
BuzzFeed
shiny
quiz.
doubloon. That's what gets him off. Flipping a doubloon. Like Ebenezer Scrooge at the end throwing the coins to the kids to buy the big turkey. Like out the window. He
wants to
probably got so off on that. Like the
Scrooge
scene in-
McDuck just fucking
Oh
swimming
my
through
God,
the coins.
exactly. It's all
That sounds dope. I would do that. I think he has to find out what kind
spitting
of
the coins out when he comes up.
Yeah, water is cash to him.
You need a little more information. You want to find out what kind of sub this guy wants you to be,
So you're saying if it's
or what kind of dom this guy wants.
specifically, if it were you, you wouldn't do it.
You to be. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to do it because it seems like it's a little too.
It comes with a responsibility that you don't want to deal with.
Yeah, it's kind of heavy.
Yeah, Bo.
I'm a sub, so this doesn't work.
I couldn't even possibly put myself.
No,
on
you
this.
know what? Like, I think you go for it. I mean, do you like the thing? The problem is what I'm not hearing is like, do you like the guy? Because
yeah.
I just think like, a healthy relationship. If that's what you want from this dude, it's about being freaks for each other.
Right.
Well, and
You
this
know, I
guy's
think
also in
that's cool.
college, so I'm all for experimenting a little bit.
Yeah, and like experimenting with free money. What are we talking about? Like, it's like a great
You
experience.
can experiment and get paid.
Yeah. Do you know how much people work to have money usually?
All right, so I'm
you get
gonna-
to cut that part out.
I do agree with you, though. It's weird. I mean, there's just it's sticky, especially if you don't just know what.
This is one of the rare questions where I say I wouldn't do it, but you totally should.
Don't
Yeah,
do as I
okay.
say.
yeah.
Don't do as I do.
Do as I say. Yeah. What
Yeah.
about you?
I'll say take the money and run. Just
You can't run
why not?
because you have to do some fucking weird thing so this guy can come.
Well,
What if he comes to running?
There you go.
imagine the
That's
treadmill,
great.
the stickiest treadmill
What
ever.
if he just like that opening scene in Glorious Bastards where she's running to the distance? I mean, that's what he wants, baby.
Au revoir, Shoshana.
I'll drink my milk. You take my, I say, embrace the beauty of what's happening.
Yeah, it's a rare treat. You found a jewel. Pick it up. You found a wallet in the street of New York. Have at it.
If I were you, I'll tell you.